I need a hell yeah. A 316, you can smell what I'm cooking like the ROC. I put the K in the trunk, it ain't a 223. And I forever scream out, long live Dopey. I need a hell yeah. For the folks like me that work a 9 to 5 to try to catch our dreams. I need a hell yeah. For the folks that scream that I bet $100 you are not like me.
Hello, folks, and Jesus Christ.
I think I'm pulling this one off, man.
I like that. I like that. Do me a favor. Say yes, Miss Daisy. Oh, it is the father of currency, Pete Daddy Dollar, here with the other half of the world's greatest tag team, James J. Dillinger, for the Awful Wrestling Podcast. We're here to tell you about the awful week that was, and I watched quite a bit of it. And
yeah,
there were not some great shows on this week.
No, and I believe I still have. Do I have my notes from Raw here? I do, and I have to say I took less notes from Raw this week than I did last week, and thank God, because holy shit, dude, it was bad. It was fucking awful, and I mean, Raw, you've got a 2.5 hour show with 4 fucking matches, and one of them is decent, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The highlight was the Gulf of America. Hailing from the Gulf of America was the highlight.
El Grande Americano, and it's so funny. Dude, I was going, like, commenting back and forth. I can't remember if it was on X or I think it might have been Facebook today with a couple Mexican dudes who are talking about that. And they were like, man, like, and they're from, like, Mexico, but they're like, we don't care. We think this shit's funny. Like, it is a funny fucking heel gimmick. Dude, it's a dumb heel gimmick. It's funny. Like, the people offended about this, like, they fucking, the men, and I use quotation marks with that are offended by this are the ones that they like to break through the toilet paper when they wipe their own ass.
I don't, like, I keep hearing, like, all this, like, lucha outrage about it and how they used AI and all this other shit. How the fuck else were they going to do it? Like,
right?
The AI was what they should have did, and the package was amazing. It was funny, and then the Gulf of America just topped it off because, I mean, it's a political hot topic, and
yeah,
I don't. Why is it the Gulf of America? But I mean, I'm not there for or against it. I could give a fuck less, but why not use it?
Yeah, I don't, and I've said I don't have a dog in the fight with the Gulf of America. I don't give a fuck what it's named. I don't care. But incorporating it in this is it's fucking good. Like, there's very few things that WWE does topically that are actually funny now in a satirical way that's done intelligently. This is one of the good things. Yeah. And Tony, he always, we have this discussion all the time about how you ended up giving a lunkhead like Triple H control is absolute insanity, because you're giving somebody with not a creative bone in his body control over the direction of your product. And what has he ever created?
I don't know. Evolution, maybe. I don't even know if he created that. I don't know who.
That was probably Ric Flair. Let's be honest. That was probably Ric Flair.
Yeah, but I don't know. People are treating this like it's like Kerr and White or Eugene or something, which honestly both were fucking funny too. Dude, both of those were hilarious.
If it ain't all white, it ain't all right. Like, that shit was funny.
Yeah, I mean, and this is just the same thing going the other way. It's funny either way. Get the fuck over it. Like,
yeah, like I don't get it. I don't get, like, and it's all this faux outrage too. It's not like it's not real. It's manufactured garbage by people who don't even watch the product. They just saw it on Twitter because it was trending and decide to weigh in on it. What up, CB? What up, Barton Campbell?
Yeah, people just get pissed off at shit for no fucking reason. It's the same thing as like Nick Dinsmore. They didn't make him ever look like a fool.
No.
They didn't ever. He was always the hero. He always got booked good as Eugene.
Yep.
Why? And he's still doing the fucking gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
If it was that bad, he wouldn't do the gimmick on the indies.
And
Like,
he's still making money doing the gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his interviews recently, and like kind of how like he got screwed over, and it's it like with the in relation to the performance, the training center, and all that, being a trainer, and it's funny and it's apropos that we're going into WrestleMania season, and Michelle McCool just replaced Mickey James as trainer.
Yeah,
like
I heard.
I'm sorry, but if I want to train women wrestlers, Michelle McCool's not even in the top 25 of women that I would say, hey, I want you as a trainer for these up and coming female.
To replace Mickey James, who's probably one of the best women wrestlers in probably the last 20 years.
Easily.
Like,
why?
Easily. I hear her husband's getting removed, as I seen online, or might be getting removed as SmackDown GM so he can go back to wrestling, which he's fucking in better shape.
He's in better shape. The roster.
He's better on the mic. He's better in the ring. He fucking Nick Aldis is being underused. Even Adam Pearce is being underused. If you've never seen an Adam Pearce match, I've been watching Adam Pearce since fucking I was in high school. Like when he was on the indies, like Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce. The guy's fucking good, and he was good back then. He probably only been wrestling a year or two. Like, you have people in the ring that shouldn't be in the ring, and people fucking doing backstage segments that should be in the ring. You know what I mean?
Why do we see? This is the thing to me. Speaking of that, like, I don't need to see Grayson Waller. I
like Grayson Waller.
I like
Grayson Waller without Austin Theory. They fucking dropped the ball on him. He was money in NXT.
Dude, you want to talk, and I think Austin Theory, and this is no pun intended, just a theory, but I feel like Austin Theory wouldn't be getting treated the way he is had he not been Vince's hand-picked boy.
I just don't think he's ever going to get over. If he was going to get over, he would have already gotten over. The crowd never bought him. Like,
they didn't. He wasn't utilized. He wasn't utilized.
They've done it with
properly.
other people. You know what I mean? Look at Mark Henry. Like, Mark Henry didn't get over for 20 fucking years.
Yep.
And then finally got over. So maybe there's still hope for him. Like, I mean, before the Hall of Pain, which I mean, I really am not a big Mark Henry fan, but the whole thing was good. I mean, it was decent. But fucking Sexual Chocolate was the best thing he ever did before that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only time he was ever appealing or worth watching or caring about was when he was in the Sexual Chocolate. In between that and the Hall of Pain, there was fucking nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole freaking his run in the Nation of Domination was boring.
Yeah,
there was nothing there.
No, he was the least important member.
Yeah,
the Nation of Domination. PG-13 was fucking a better.
Yeah, because without them, they wouldn't have had the fucking gimmick. That motherfucker.
No, we will never, ever go a podcast without mentioning Jamie Dundee.
No.
It will not happen.
Jamie Dundee. I got to be on this fucking show, goddammit.
We love you, Jamie Dundee. We need to get Jamie Dundee on here.
We should have Jamie on. We should. Oh, God. Hang on. I want to acknowledge the chat here. Godzillionaire. I haven't been paying attention. Has Cody been put in the Hall of Fame yet?
No, I don't think so.
He's the surprise Hall of Fame induction this year. And he'll be inducted while he weeps softly into Triple H's chest.
I thought his promo, I know you hate him. I thought his promo this week was good. I liked the part where it ended on the champ is no longer here. The champ is standing in the middle of the ring. I don't know if he wrote that, but that was a good line. He delivered it good.
It would be better if they actually let them interact, but they won't let them interact because if they allow them that, Cena will bury Cody.
Yeah, it's always Cena talks, and then Cody talks.
Cody monologues.
Cena is fucking money right now.
He's spot on. John Cena. Even if I don't agree with the direction.
It's the best Cena since Thugonomics.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
since I mean, I still liked him the first like maybe year of his title run, and then it just got repetitive, and then he dropped everything that made him good, and then picked up a whole bunch of shit that just adults hated. Kids love him. Good. It's the same thing that's happening with Cody. Cody, look at the promos Cody was cutting in AEW and stuff compared to what he's doing now. You know what I mean? Like Cody that's one person like I feel Tony might have booked better because he let him. I don't know. Cody's a better heel, I think. Like, look at Cody in Ring of Honor. Look at Cody in New Japan as a heel. Cody's a grade A fucking heel.
Mm-hmm.
Kids love him as a babyface. Are they going to just make him a babyface for the rest of his life? Let's fucking hope not. Let's hope it's not another John Cena or where they tried to push Roman for fucking 10 years as a babyface and nobody cared. Some people are just better heels.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
But talk about a triple babyface thing. That's fucking money every time is what they're doing on SmackDown. And that's a main event now.
Oh,
Roman, Seth, and Punk. Yep. I mean, and I'm sorry, and I've known the guy a little bit. I haven't talked to him in a fucking million years, so we're not friends. He'd recognize my face, probably doesn't know my fucking name, but we worked a lot of shows together. Rollins is getting exposed as just a bad character. It's not who he is. I had another friend who also knows him that posted online the other day, and he's worked a lot more shows and probably fucking spent a lot more time with him than I have, because he used to roommate with like Jimmy Jacobs, and he's just like, I'm not buying his gimmick. He's like, it's forced, it's dumb.
Yep.
It has to be yourself amplified. And what Seth Rollins is doing now is not coming across as genuine. And I think that's why he's a baby. They're all three supposed to be baby faces. Yep. And he's the only one getting fucking booed.
And it's his reaction to everything, the stomping his feet and kind of whining. It's not, I only hung out with him that one night after the big chainsaw show when with Sandman was there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the only night I really hung out with him. And like you said, your wrestling gimmick is you amped up to 1,000. And this is not that guy. This is not the same Seth Rollins we saw in the Shield. This is not even the same Seth Rollins from the Authority. This is something that it's the weird fucking grandma outfits. I mean, it's not, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Because he works good as a baby and heel. Like he was good as the Kingslayer. He was good as the Architect. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This whole, what do they fucking call him now?
What, the Seth freaking Rollins? They
have another name they call him now. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. Either way, that is probably going to be match-wise and emotion-wise. I assume Punk's going over. I assume Punk's turning heel, and Heyman's going to go. If not, I see Heyman going with Rollins. Maybe that would help Rollins. You got Heyman in there talking. Maybe because what he's doing right now isn't good. His promos aren't good. And that fucking laugh is annoying. Speaking of laughs, the Ricochet laugh, fucking hilarious. Ricochet is the best heel. He should have always been a heel. WWE dropped the ball there. They should have fucking made him a heel instead of letting him go. The stuff he was doing with Swerve and just the stuff he does in general is fucking hilarious to me. And he's over it. People fucking hate him. He's over as fuck. It's the most over and the best mic work he's ever done in his entire career. He's doing right now. It's crazy how like some people will go over here and some people go over here and they're doing better work than they were the other place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Ricochet, and I was very critical of him at first because of the way they were treating him. But yeah, he's doing good work now. And this is actually what we wanted out of him was, let's see some character development, because we haven't gotten that. We know you can do flips and shit, bro. Cool. But what you need for anybody to invest in your gimmick, there has to be a reason to. And he's finally given us a reason to invest in it. So kudos to him.
So we touched on the Cena and the other main event. So there's going to be Io Sky versus Bianca, which obviously Rhea's going to get added to. I was kind of hoping they turned Bianca heel instead of Naomi. I don't really like fucking Naomi. She's just nothing. Bianca, I like. She's in good shape. She fucking works really good. I don't like her babyface promos. She was way better as a heel too. Like, I understand, like, a lot of little girls love her, looks up to, good role model, fun. I just don't like it. I mean, it's not for me. It's went on too long, I guess. The hair twirling, cut her fucking hair, take out the extension, do something totally different. Team her up with her husband or something. I don't know. They got a lot of fucking things where they could use that now because they got Aleister Black coming back.
Yep.
They got Miro and CJ Perry probably coming back. They got Andrade and Charlotte. They could fucking have some really fun, like, couple feuds. And I think them two as a heel, Montez Ford's fucking money. Angelo Dawkins could get hit by a fucking bus and I wouldn't care tomorrow. I mean, no, I really wouldn't. I was going to try to be nice about it, but I wouldn't care. What is his appeal? Like, I don't see, like, he's not in great shape. And you don't always have to be in good shape. Like, look at Mick Foley. And people fucking dog on Mick Foley now. Oh, he was just this, and his matches weren't that great. They were just spots and this and that. Mick Foley had some really fucking good matches that had nothing to do with hardcore stuff. Nothing at all. Like, if you are dogging on Mick Foley for spots, you just read Ric Flair's book and want to talk shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you have never actually watched any fucking Mick Foley matches. Mick Foley could draw the emotion out of people. Yep. People loved him. He was so good. But anyway, I'm going back to Angelo Dawkins. I went on his gear is fucking stupid. I don't like the fucking, like, he's wearing leggings with like it's fucking basketball shorts.
It's an odd fucking fashion choice, bro.
And he's always got the fucking sleeves on, or he doesn't look good. Even like when they were doing the thing with Lashley where they're all wearing nice suits. He would somehow add something to that fucking look that would just be like, you don't look money. These guys look like money. You look like a fucking idiot. You know what I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I mean,
he's always lesser than, to me, Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah. I like
it. I like Montez Ford has more personality. He's got more look. He's got panache. He does. And Bianca, and we've had this discussion before about her and Jade and how they kind of dumb these two. They dumb their characters down to the lowest common denominator. And I'm not saying that to be obtuse. I'm saying that because you have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill notwithstanding. They're both D1 athletes. They're both educated women. And they do this to appeal to a sect of the population that conducts their business this way.
They don't pull it off.
No, because you have they're above that. And to me, that's a bigger crime. It's a mar against their character because you're holding them back. Like, yes, Bianca has been successful despite that. She has been. But I was hoping for a heel turn in the Naomi and Jade triangle with her because it would have been more effective and it would have been more meaningful to turn Bianca heel. Because I'm sorry, dude. I know everybody's like, oh, Naomi's doing the best. Nobody gives a fuck about Naomi. Yeah. Nobody fucking cares about Naomi, dude. The money in that is Jade and Bianca. It's not in Naomi.
I mean, and WWE's been criticized and even I think sued by one of the black women athletes that worked in NXT because they wanted her and she would like to talk like ebonically and them telling she went forth and said, okay, they would coach Bianca on how to talk more ebonically on there. Like some people it works for, like Jada Parker, fucking works for her. She sounds believable in that thing. You look at Bianca Belair and you know where she's from. You know where Naomi's from. You can see where the communities these people are from. And none of these people are from places where they have to talk like that. They do talk like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not. I don't know how else to say it. It's some people it's believable and some people it's not. And not all your black women shouldn't be the same fucking character. It's bad to your audience. It makes black people in general look dumb. Like it sounds stupid, but it just like I don't know how to say it without sounding rude about it. But you should respect them as people more than just trying to make them all sound the same. You know what I mean? Like, what if Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton and they made every white woman on there sound and act the fucking same? They don't, but they try to do it with their black women athletes. Yep. They don't even do it with their black male athletes, but they do it with black women athletes.
If you really look now, especially nowadays, more so, this is one thing, you know, without Vince in control, you're not getting as many stereotypical gimmicks, you know what I mean, based on ethnicity. But yeah, you've seen the black wrestlers able to kind of spread their wings in terms of what kind of gimmicks they want to do, as opposed to, and I know everybody, and it's so funny. You talk about, you can tell people who aren't real wrestling fans that just want to be pissed off about something. Let's go back to Crime Time. Vince McMahon, he made them. It's like, that was their gimmick. They came up with that gimmick.
Yeah.
They were fucking...
And they were baby faces too, and they were like really good, and they were fucking believable in that gimmick. That's the thing is, you looked at them too, and in the way they talked, the way they presented, every part of their gimmick, they were believable in it.
Yep.
I don't believe for 1 second that Jade Cargill talks like that. Not for 1 second.
No.
You know what I mean? She's a fucking millionaire. Her husband's a fucking millionaire.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Look at,
like, he's a pro baseball player. He makes fucking
look at the way she carries herself.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing about her that says ratchet or like ghetto or anything like that. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. You're never going to convince me, her or Bianca. You're not even Naomi.
No.
Not even Naomi. You're never going to convince me that they're like, oh, they're from the street. Like, I'm sorry. It
look where they're from. If people don't believe us, look where these people are from.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not from bad, terrible neighborhoods. They're not like, you know what I mean? They have rich families or you know, upper middle class families.
Yeah.
They don't talk like that.
No. They're as believable as you and I using that vernacular. Like, it's just, and I guarantee you, we grew up a lot poorer than they did. Like, I'll guarantee it. I'll put money on it.
I mean, in all honesty, like, a lot of my friends growing up talk that way. And I mean, I used to use certain slang that it's not like that. I don't use anymore because I've grown up. I'm a professional adult. You know what I mean? I have a professional job. You know, I don't talk like that. I mean, if I get drunk and around certain people, like old friends, I do start talking. It comes out and I start talking like that. But I'm not that way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I know, Butters. I know what you are saying.
Yeah.
Vince Russo tried to make the APA about race, and Ron Simmons and JBL said no. Oh, it's Vince Russo. Vince Russo ran Crash TV. I mean, I'm not going to totally poo-poo everything that Vince Russo says now, because in the modern age of wrestling, he has been, honestly, I listen to a lot of his shows and his videos. He's kind of the voice of reason in certain circumstances. Not all, but some.
Yeah. I love Jim Cornette, and I take Jim Cornette's side in that whole beef because Jim Cornette's done a lot better business in the long term.
Absolutely.
But Jim Cornette has some dated fucking stupid shit that he says sometimes. Sometimes I agree with him.
Yeah.
And then other times I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Shut up. Like,
right.
You're
just like, please stop.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Vince Russo sometimes says some smart stuff. Also, Glenn Gilberti, Disco Inferno, you should probably shut the fuck up too. Like, you don't have a fucking clue about.
I like Disco. I think some of this shit he says is spot on. It's like most of these talking heads, though. At least with guys like with Cornette and Russo and Gilberti and Conan, and you get guys that have
Conan's always on.
Conan's fucking
always on.
And that's what I like about Conan and Disco is Conan keeps him in line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he'll call him out if he's saying some dumb shit. But one person that I can say that is a truly always has been an undervalued mind in wrestling is Stevie Richards.
I like when Stevie Richards breaks down stuff. Like, I was watching something where he was trying to break down how to make AEW successful.
Yep.
He's like, split these people up and do this show. And every fucking thing he said, like, because they have a big roster and they're trying to fit the same people on every show. And he's like, you can't do that with the roster that size. put these people on this show, and make the world title goes to everyone. But then you had kind of like WWE did for a while, where the world title could be defended on both, but they had the TBS and over here, and then the TN, you know what I'm saying, international title content. And he really broke it down, and like the ideas for storylines and stuff that he had is really good. Like, he's smart. He's fucking smart as shit.
No, absolutely. The man's got just an amazing mind for the business that was, and he's so, and the thing was, Stevie was always talented, like in the ring. Like, the motherfucker could work. Just they never gave him, I don't know. Like, I don't really think Stevie was like missing anything in terms of like, you know what I mean? Like, the dude never, WWE just they underutilized him. They treated him bad.
Oh, ECW was great in ECW.
Oh, he was fucking fantastic. Like,
he never got that level of success on the main stage, except for like Right to Censor.
Yep.
Like, he ran with Right to Censor, which was really good. And then they cut that short for no fucking reason.
It was all politics. I listened to him talk about it. It was all politics. Yeah, he was Dr. Steven Richards in TNA too, where he had Abyss. Remember that shit?
Yeah. One thing on WrestleMania that they are killing. Okay, so first of all, neither one of the Royal Rumble winners are in the main event. Neither one of them are in the main event.
The Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber are now fucking basically meaningless.
Yeah, the main events are going to be Cena and Cody and Roman, CM Punk, and Rollins, which of course, I mean, they've done it before where like the main event overshadows the title and good. But they are dropping the ball. And I know you hate Jey Uso, but he's gotten super over, and did it die down a little bit. And Gunther, who was fucking like super over, they're like destroying his title run. I don't know, like
I don't hate Jey. Jay's a mid-card guy. Which
he's over though.
I've never said that he wasn't over. I've never because his merchandise sales are right up there with Cody's, who I fucking can't stand Cody. And Jay, look, with him winning the Royal Rumble, I was kind of happy for him because he's a journeyman. He's been there, and
I like it.
It's good for him, man. He got a good run as a solo star, even though their match at Mania between him and Big Jim last year really shit the bed. It did. That match was not good. But with him winning the Rumble, I'm like, so you're going to create a new star. I'm like, I'm willing to sit there and let's see where this goes. Because
it's like, it's like Benoit in 2004.
Yeah.
You didn't expect it. I mean, and that honestly, business kind of dropped when they put the title on him. But other than that, it elevated Benoit and made another main eventer. Like, he ended up like committing career suicide later, but that's neither here nor there. I got you with that one.
Game of Hangman.
All pun intended. Don't say Hangman. It's fucking
Hangman Adam Page. Hangnail. Do I have? I don't have the Benoit GIF over here yet. I made.
No.
But no. I
just stop you right there. The person that created that says it's pronounced GIF, so he owns it. He created it in like '95. So fuck you and everybody else that says GIF.
I'm never gonna not say GIF. It's never gonna.
I've been saying GIF since the fucking '90s. So
I have not.
I don't think I'm wrong because the creator says it's pronounced GIF like the peanut butter.
Well,
he can't be wrong. He invented it. He can't be wrong.
To the creator.
Shut up, bitch.
It's like the soda versus pop thing. In Michigan, we call it pop. Oldest pop in America is Verner's. Boom, lawyered.
Soda.
We invented it.
It's soda. If we're speaking properly, it's soda.
I say pop a lot.
I always say soda.
I'm not a big.
I don't drink it though. Like I don't drink soda. The only time I do have Verner's in my refrigerator, but we're from Michigan and we know Verner's is either something to drink or mixed with whiskey, or if you're sick, it's medicine. Like that.
The only time I really drink pop is every once in a while. I'll have one, if we go out to eat. But other than that, if it's not mixed with liquor, and then usually it's Diet Coke mixed with liquor, because whiskey and Coke just go together.
I drink my whiskey neat now. That's
They're like peas and carrots.
We were talking about Chris Benoit. Bad segment. We get the dog is in the garage thing, and we play Chris Benoit. But no, what the fuck were we even talking about?
I don't know. WrestleMania. We got
okay. Jim. It was the Jey Uso thing. No, what I was gonna say about Jey Uso was it's shitty for him because the first Royal Rumble winner to not get his just due is Jey Uso. Yeah. And it's like, dude, you just devalued the fucking Royal Rumble winner, bro. Like,
yeah. They did that one other year where they had Roman and The Undertaker main event. They also did it at WrestleMania 11, where Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah,
I forgot.
Lawrence Taylor was the main event. So anybody wants to be like, what's the worst main event? Everybody always wants to go back to WrestleMania 9. No, it's 11. Let's be honest. In hindsight, everybody fucking hates that. As a little kid, when I watched Hogan win the title again, we loved Hogan. We don't like Hogan now. I mean, I still do, but people fucking hate Hogan now. Like, I try to remember Hogan as he was, not as he is now. Yep. I try to, like, he's probably always been a piece of shit. You know, I like the character of Hulk Hogan. It was super over. He extended his career career with the NWO, which is the only thing Eric Bischoff has ever created in his life. Him and Goldberg, and Goldberg is the only thing he's ever actually fucking done. So he needs to just stop, which he stole from Japan. Like, he's jealous of AEW, like, just sadly. And AEW is going to continue until Tony Khan wants to stop pumping money into it. That's the honest to God truth. And
until Shad snaps that checkbook shut. Yeah, because it's Shad's money.
But Tony Khan's actually worth a lot of money himself. Like, his net worth is actually pretty up there.
Oh yeah, he's got money. Wait, god damn it! Oh my god, Hogan is like Jeffrey Jones. I'll watch the stuff if he's horrible. Oh
Jesus!
Oh my god, manliness. Wait, how funny would it be if they pressed the wrong button and Chris Benoit's music and video played on Raw or SmackDown? That'd be fucking hilarious. I guarantee that person would be fired immediately.
Oh, but yeah.
What a way, like, if you know you're getting ready to, like, quit and you're working in, like, video, oh, my God, I would sneak that file in. And I'd be like, all right, Cody's coming out. You just play Chris Benoit shit.
Benoit, he like contributed a lot to the business. I was never a big Benoit fan. I just never was. But like I said, he got elevated. That was a good move by them, kind of, even though ticket sales and ratings dropped right off when they made him champion. But they were in a bad state of business. Like, JBL was fucking world champion.
Yep.
And Bradshaw is like one of the biggest pieces of shits in wrestling. So him and Hardcore Holly, I don't know them, but I've heard enough about them from other people that they just sound like horrible fucking people.
Yeah. Well, JBL, he got his when Stevie hit him in the face with that fucking chair.
Yeah. Fucking who is it? Joey Styles knocked him out backstage. Yep. People don't talk. I mean, that's amazing. Amazing.
I don't know how we let this one slip through, but WCW made Diamond Dallas Page a star as well. Tony.
Yeah, and WWE fucking.
Oh my God, dude! I just saw somebody post something about him versus the Undertaker's wife, Sarah. Remember that burial? It's like, oh my God, what a golden opportunity they squandered. DDP was so fucking over, and he got himself there. That's the thing.
It was his fault for accepting that.
He should have turned it down, but they would have fired him right away.
He was under a guaranteed contract with Time Warner instead of WCW. So, like a lot of the other guys that had guaranteed deals, he probably should not have lost money to go to WWE. He should have waited it out, took that money until they offered him something better.
Yep. Yeah.
But at the time, you don't see things like TNA coming around or anything like that.
No, because TNA
got white hot for a while there.
Yep.
I mean, they're coming back. They're coming back, and then they're going away. Then they're coming. It's like, and basically, they made a partnership with WWE where WWE sends NXT stars there. The biggest star they've sent there is Obafemi, and like WWE, like fucking TNA gives NXT their biggest fucking stars. You know, they give them the top guys, and then they get NXT stars. Where the fuck is AJ Styles? AJ Styles is healed again, right? So why not send them AJ Styles? People would love that. They would pop fucking huge in TNA.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know. I would have Styles go over there. The crowd would fucking if they advertised that and promoted it, they would sell out wherever they're at because AJ's coming back. Even at his age.
Yeah.
He was such an integral part of TNA during the early years through 2014 when he came over to the Fed finally after going to Japan. But no, he was another guy I assumed was going to have something to do at WrestleMania this year, but it's going to be what him and Logan Paul going to have a match?
Yeah. Logan Paul and who? Sorry, my wife.
AJ Styles, because that's kind of what they were leaning toward.
Yeah, I would think so. Neither one of them have been on TV for a minute, have they?
I didn't see the first hour and a half of SmackDown because we were streaming.
All right.
And
it looks like they're going to set up a big intercontinental thing. So I don't know if they'll be in that because I have a feeling and the intercontinental title match is probably going to be like a ladder match or like a fatal 4-way or something because they're involving a lot of people in it, like Kaiser. And now they got Penta involved and all these other people that they're trying to involve in it now. Finn Balor. So
what they should have done. What they should have done was, and somebody mentioned this on my show a couple weeks ago, was have a gauntlet match, Braun Breaker versus the entire Judgment Day.
Yeah. That would be good.
And he just runs through them all. You know what I mean?
Like at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Or maybe run through them all and then Finn gets the title off.
Yeah, he's got to work that, but I mean, I would if somebody's gonna take it off him because dude, Braun Breaker's ready for that next level. Like he's there. He's there. You need to take him and put him up there. So yeah, if you're gonna take the IC title off him, don't make it like they did with Gunther and then shit on his entire title reign. Yeah,
like they're fucking killing Tiffany Stratton with the Charlotte Flair.
Oh my
God,
Charlotte
Flair isn't a fucking draw anymore. She just
no,
I'm sorry, and like people. I know like the internet is like 10% of people that actually watch wrestling.
Yep.
People don't understand that. This is like say, oh, this is online and this is online and this and that. Like studies show that only 10% of wrestling fans actually talk about it and get involved. Like us, like we're a small margin of the audience.
Yeah.
The people we just come on here to bitch. Like we're not. There's a lot of other like wrestling podcasts that you could watch, and we're just going to talk about all the fucking things we hate.
Yep.
That's our niche. The awful wrestling podcast, everything that's awful. Every once in a while we'll talk about that, but I don't like Tiffany Stratton is a fucking star.
Oh my God. Absolutely. Unequivocally.
Like we've said it, she's taken to it like Kurt Angle did.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to shit on her fucking work. Have you seen her work? Like, have you seen her matches? It's like everything's fucking good.
Match, promo, look, everything. I mean, she's a fucking star, dude. She's been into business what, a couple of years?
Yeah. She does that moonsault better than Christopher Daniels did it.
Yep.
Like Christopher Daniels invented that, in case people don't know. I mean, Jacob Fatu, his always looks good, and I'm excited for that one because you know it's gonna. I'm hoping Braun Strowman's not involved in it. To be honest, I hope it's just Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight for the U.S. title.
Yeah. I think that'll be a much better match. It'll be a much better match.
Those two are main eventers. They are.
They dropped the ball on Los Angeles Night.
Oh yeah, they should have been pushing him like right out of like when they had him do the SummerSlam Battle Royal. He should have been fucking featured on that SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously he won it, and then he faced Roman. Like he was white hot. I mean, he's still over. People still going, yeah. But give him a little bit more mic time. I mean, I know they give him mic time a lot, but let him have a fucking Cena segment where he talks fucking for a while.
Yep.
Because even Steve Austin praises like his talking ability.
Yeah, dude is, and the thing is, he's what, 6'4", 250 pounds. I mean, he's 42 years old, 43. Looks like $1 million though. His work is good. His cardio is good. He's a bigger guy. He's agile. Yeah, he fucks up that corner spot, but dude, them corner spots are not easy. Those are, especially what he's doing, that is not fucking easy to do. And I say that as somebody who does not have a good footing on the ropes, is, you know, evidenced by the fact that I do nothing on the ropes if I can help it. But no, man, I see a big missed opportunity with somebody who is, the window is closing rapidly on his top, you know, his top tier time.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do that thing off the ropes, and then I started watching myself get older, and like I can see, you know, I used to do that like 180 leg drop.
Yep.
And I like, when I was younger, it took me like 1 second to get up there and hit that fucking thing. And then I'd watch it, and like the first time I seen it is we had that NWA like the NWA AE show that we put on.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm kind of fat. I got up there a little slow. Like, we did a commercial, you know, for that Air Deer and Raw for that. And like, I sped myself up for the commercial because it looks so slow. And I'm like, why does that look so slow? So I dropped some weight and I started to be able to hit it again. But by the time I was doing it, like, because me and Ben Brody had that match, and like, it's kind of quick, but I watch that back and I'm like, that doesn't look like it looked when I was fucking 22, 23 years old.
I remember that was the world title match.
Yeah. By that time, I'm like, fuck, how old am I now? What was that, like 6, 7 years? I was probably like 35, 36 years old at that time.
You were 35 because I was 37 at that point.
Yeah. So, I mean, you get slower. I mean, it amazes me, people like AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio. Like, Rey Mysterio slowed down a little bit, but he still does a lot of cool shit for somebody that's fucking 50.
Dude, I just, like, I added a shotgun drop kick to my repertoire. I've done a drop kick like once, and now I'm like, well, shit, I can throw this motherfucker and make it look really good. So I do like that. I added the figure 4 in, like, I mean,
people that have never attempted a drop kick is way fucking harder to learn. I cannot throw a convincing drop kick to save my life. So when I see somebody with a beautiful drop kick, I'm jealous.
Just to get the fucking rotation on it. Like, they're like, well, because you can land, like me, the shotgun drop kick. I just basically take a back bump. That's all I'm doing, is taking a fucking big back bump, and you know, just extend the fucking your high flipping drop kicks, dude. You got to rotate, and then you're landing in basically like a push up position, and that is not easy to do, especially if you're not used to that fucking motion at all. Yeah. Like, that's why I don't.
The closest thing I did to a drop kick is where I would do that baseball slide fucking and kick them off the apron so I could set up for the fucking Cactus Jack elbow, which I have a bulging, possibly torn disc in my back now, and fucking just had neck fusion surgery. I don't recommend taking suplexes or dropping elbows off the apron or anything on a floor unless there's padding down, which most indie shows do not have padding down.
No.
Like, letting somebody or throw you over the top rope onto fucking concrete, or you know, a basketball court, which a lot of shows are held on. I don't recommend it. You know what's funny is, like, I never really got seriously hurt. There was the one time I think I dropped the elbow off the apron on what the fuck was that? Rick Cartier, and my back hurt so bad, and it's a funny story, actually. My mom lives like halfway in between my house and that venue. So like, I was like, mom always has like the best fucking prescription pills. So she gives me a cocktail of pills, and I fucking pop them at her house, and I'm driving. So one of my ex-wife's friends had a birthday party. So I stop at the bar, and I have like one drink, maybe two, and I pull out, and a cop's following me. So I'm well under the legal limit. You know, I'm probably 245, 235 at the time. So well under the legal limit, but I would fuck up because that's right when those pills kicked in, and I'm shitting my fucking pants over that. But I woke up the next morning. I tried to walk to like the bathroom, and I fell on the fucking floor, and I'm like crawling, trying to go to the bathroom. My ex-wife comes home, and I'm laying on the floor. Like, I could not get up. My back was so fucked. And then there was like another time, me and Mikey Zero had this street fight, and we had a spot where he was gonna whip. I tried to whip him into like a half closed, like sliding, like the garage type doors.
Yep.
That was there, and he was gonna re-whip me. I take the bump, and then he's gonna shove it on me. Well, there were kind of people in the way, so I couldn't hit it the way I wanted to. So instead of hitting it where I could fucking protect myself, it hit me in the ribs. But or not the ribs, the waist, like on my pelvic bone. I had a fucking bruise like this size. Dude. Like, it was the only times I ever really got like injured, like, besides the like cut or something weird.
Yeah, I knock on wood. I've been lucky. Fuck, I got hurt worse in gym class with my fucking knee's been bothering me for like a month and a half now from playing soccer for 10 minutes with my third graders. Then I'm sore. I was in the ring twice this week. Yeah. Wednesday night. And then after the midget show Thursday night, a bunch of us got up in there, we're bumping around, and I was like, man, I was a little bit sore, but my knee's the only thing that really hurts, and that's not wrestling related.
Mm-hmm. Like I had a bad back before I even started wrestling.
Yeah.
It can't get anywhere. Like I got separated from the ring corps like 10 months early out of my 4-year contract because of my back. And then I was like, you know what? It can't get any fucking worse. Let's be a pro wrestler. It can get worse. I mean, it would be getting worse anyways, because I ended up getting like diagnosed with degenerative disc disorder before that. You know what I mean? So my whole fucking spine is deteriorating. So hopefully they don't have to fuse my lower spine together, because I already one spinal fusion. Like I have the C5, 6, and 7 together. Now they want to do is it the L's down there at the bottom? Like the L4 and 5 is where I'm having the problems. I do not, because you ain't even going to be able to walk for a long time after fucking lower back surgery. So I'm fucking scared of that. Anyway, back to WrestleMania.
Yeah. Back to the WrestleMania. Tiffy and Charlotte. I see this as going very poorly for Tiffany. Like they're going to put Charlotte over. And it's a mistake. I think you do this and you're basically burying Tiffany. Like with her, the money is usually in the chase, but Tiffany is white hot. Like and going back to Charlotte you're going backwards. You're not moving forwards. You're not even moving laterally. And I'm not trying to diminish her accomplishments, but it's time to pass the fucking torch.
Yeah. I think when Julia comes back, they need to just put her on the main roster. Like would be the smart move. And speaking of that, the unification thing where Mandy Rose was like complaining online. Yeah. Like this right here. First double. She's not wrong. Like she technically held 2 titles at the same time. And like some fans are like, oh, they were just unified titles. And people are like, they're giving her shit. And she's like, fuck off. You've never even held a belt. Why are you going to tell me what counts and what doesn't count? And she's absolutely right. The first double champion in NXT history. Cool. Stephanie Vaquera is good. She's super good. But you're kind of just disrespecting somebody who got fired for having an OnlyFans. Why the fuck do you even care? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, let them, if they want to make extra money, let them make extra money. Why do you give a fuck?
Yeah, I don't give it. And first of all, let me say, was it Mandy Rose is married? Is it, what's her husband's name? He played for the Giants.
Yeah, she's already rich as fuck. But she realizes OnlyFans makes her tons of fucking money. And it's not even like she posts a bunch of nude shit on there. She just posts mostly bikini shit and stuff, as far as I know. I don't subscribe to her OnlyFans, but like a lot of these people get big and then they fucking drop their OnlyFans. Like I know Jordan Grace had to close hers down because she went to WWE, and it's like she's not even posted nude pictures. People are paying her to see her in fucking lingerie and bikinis, and just who fucking cares? Men are perverts. Sex sells. Like
right.
This world is just so caught up in stop sexualizing women. They're sexualizing themselves.
Yeah, nobody's
forcing. Yeah,
nobody's making these girls. Nobody's making these girls do.
Let them do what they want, and then if the men want to pay the money to see them, let them go ahead and fucking pay it. Who cares?
If you want to simp, you go ahead and simp.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
So we got Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Don't give a motherfuck about it.
No.
Don't care. Just
can I say, why did we have to see Randy Orton kiss the ring on SmackDown for him?
I don't remember that.
Him coming out and basically, giving Cody his flowers on TV like that. Like, oh my God. It's like Randy Orton looks like a man, like a star. Cody Rhodes is like, he's smaller than I am. Like, I'm 6'3", about 230. He's basically like the same size as me. Randy Orton is like what? 6'5", 280 pounds.
He's a big guy. I fucking hate Randy Orton, but that's just on his person. He's amazing in the ring.
Yeah. We just watched him versus The Undertaker from 2002 last night. His first match on SmackDown, right? Mm-hmm. He looks completely different now. I mean, in a good way. Yeah. Like, he's never looked better. He's never performed better in the ring, even with all the injuries and surgeries he's had. It should be him up, like, I know he's older, but like this guy should not be kissing the ring to Cody at all. Like, at all.
I mean, as a performer, I think he's amazing. I do. As a person, as far as military prison went, fucking garbage. As a fucking Marine, I fucking hate that. The bullying and shitting in people's bags and getting people fired. And I mean, he got Ken Kennedy fired with Cena. I think they both had got Kenny Dykstra, who I think he works back there now, right? Backstage.
He's an agent. Yeah. You see him on TV.
I mean, he was good. They destroyed people's fucking careers because they were jealous. You're never going to convince me that they didn't destroy fucking like Ken Anderson's fucking career.
Oh,
they did. He would have taken their spot and he would have been over as fuck.
I remember that match. It was, they had the LA Lakers and the Denver Nuggets jerseys on, and Anderson, all he did was hit a back body drop on Orton, and Orton fucking said, "Oh, you put me on my neck." Ba 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 ba.
Well, he said he hurt his shoulder. Okay, let's take this into account too about Randy Orton. Randy Orton once ripped his shoulder and had to have surgery by doing this fucking taunt where he slams his fist on. He's had his shoulder repaired fucking more times than I have. So I've actually only had mine done once, but I've been to physical therapy for my shoulders like many a times. But fucking the guy was injury prone on his shoulders like forever. So even if he hurt his fucking shoulders, how many times did that do? And just the other stuff where like he threatened those fucking kids in the gym because they took a picture with him and started cussing him out. The time he posted a picture online fucking because a cop pulled him over and it's like posted something like he's wasting my fucking time or something. It's like, God damn, man, you're a public figure. You're never going to convince. He's like Hogan, never amazing in the ring, but you're never going to convince me he's not human garbage.
Oh, I concur. Yeah. Didn't he desert? Was it desertion? Yeah. And dude,
it's called UA in the military, like unauthorized absence.
Yep. Yeah, but my dad's a Marine. I grew up with a hard-nosed Marine. I understand that lifestyle.
The fucked up part is before the Miz got the part in the Marine 2, they cast Randy Orton to do the Marine 2. And all the people that served with him made such a fucking deal about it.
Is that what happened?
Took him out. Yeah.
Is that what happened? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they took him out of it, and then he comes online. He's like, all the stuff I've done for tribute to the troops and stuff, it's kind of BS. No, motherfucker, you don't get to play a Marine when you couldn't be a fucking Marine. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do it, I damn sure not going to convince me that you're one on TV.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So we got Dynasty coming up. Swerve Strickland versus Moxley. Do something with the Death Riders angle or fucking end it.
Put Swerve over, please. Just put him over.
Why is the trios championships allowed to be on TV? Sometimes they have them. Sometimes when they do singles matches, they don't wear them, but then they wear them out to the ring. Have some consistency in your story. You're either locking up the belts or you're not locking up the belts. Like, we only can assume that the world title's in the briefcase. So of course, when they open the fucking briefcase, it's not the world title. There has to be a payoff to this. And like we've said a million times, if it ain't Shane McMahon, like pulling like he's got some stake in the company or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, as a storyline, what the fuck is the payoff? It's went on way too long and it's not interesting anymore. And I was way behind it at first, like way behind it at first. Like it was something different. It was interesting. and now it's just gone. They need to put the title on Swerve. I'm really hoping.
Dude, hang on. It's funny because somebody did this. They swapped Swerve and I, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's Swerve." Like, and that's my face.
You kind of look like him.
I'm just saying, we might be related. We might be cousins. I'm going to do a 23andMe. We're going to see if me and Swerve are related. But no, the guy you talk about WWE dropping the ball on somebody. Was it Hit Row? And apparently the other guys from Hit Row don't like him.
Oh, I don't know. Top Dollar got them fired because he wasn't happy. He's he's in TNA now. Okay. It's like the NFL player. Somebody has to know his name. Somebody in the comments know his name.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. The fuck? It starts with an A. God damn, it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's in TNA now, and they're trying to push him as a main eventer. That's the spot they're trying to get him to. He's kind of like fucking Tyrus. Tyrus is never going to be a main eventer, but they put the title on him because he was on Fox News or Fox Sports or whatever.
He was on Fox News.
Yeah, and it was good for publicity for the NWA because he brought the title. It was kind of like people shit on Logan Paul for being U.S. champion. Logan Paul took that fucking title everywhere.
Yeah.
You would see him at UFC in the crowd and they'd show him and he had the fucking U.S. championship on his shoulder. Every event he went to, he took the title. Say what you want about Logan Paul, he elevated the importance of that title. It was nice.
I was initially resistant to Logan Paul because, as you know, dude, we're in the business. You're protective of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're protective of people like him and Bad Bunny coming in. Logan Paul's one of the fucking boys. That dude, that motherfucker, he's like the male on the male side. He's to what Tiffany Stratton is to the women right now. He really is.
He's good. He's taken to it. He's amazing.
Fucking phenomenal.
It's like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny should not be as fucking good as he is. No. He's better than half the people on the roster. And I thought the tag match was you watch the tag match that he had and you're like, oh, maybe a lot of people helped him out. And then you see him work another match and you're like, this guy's fucking talented. The singles match with Damian Priest, that he was awesome in that. I'd like to see more. I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was before he came on WWE. I didn't listen to his music or nothing. But we were talking about Dynasty. This will actually be a really good match. Is Kenny Omega, Mike Bailey, and Ricochet. If you're not familiar with Mike Bailey, he's pretty good. Like one of the best matches I've seen live was like him and Michael Oku. That was the first time I seen him. I seen him live, and I'm like, God damn, he's good. And then I seen him again live at Bound for Glory. And he does shit just so fucking amazing. So I think I don't know if they can make him a main eventer, but it seems like they're gonna try. So
yeah, I had no idea who Speedball Mike Bailey was. I had no idea.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat a little bit.
Okay,
I like him.
All right.
But he's actually a better worker than a better worker, but he does a lot more cool shit. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's probably a better worker. As far as storytelling goes, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat understood emotion and he was really good. Like WWE didn't do enough with him.
No.
If you watch old WCW with him and Flair and stuff, that guy could fucking work. And it's a shame that more people weren't watching WCW back then.
Was it there? They had that match. Was it Wrestle War 90?
Yeah.
They had like an hour-long fucking match.
Yeah. So like that, he considers that like his. No, it was the.
Chi-Town Rumble.
Chi-Town Rumble. Okay,
Chi-Town Rumble.
I got an argument with somebody about this, and it's going to go off. But people always try to say, Ric Flair and Hogan were on the same level. No, wrestling-wise, Hogan did the wrestling he had to do. He like Cena did. He did the spots that people paid him to see him do. But okay, you're talking Ric Flair was making $700,000 at that time. Okay. Hulk Hogan was making $10 million between merchandise and his contract in 88.
Yeah.
Like that is, you couldn't, anywhere you went to the ice cream truck, fucking Hulk Hogan. You got a lunchbox, Hulk Hogan, fucking Hulk Hogan everywhere. Hulk Hogan's still on fucking shit. Like you can go in, his name's still everywhere. You know? Like it's not the same level. Like you look at the pay-per-view buys for WrestleMania 5 that I think was at the same time compared to the Chi-Town Rumble. It's like quadruple the amount. Like they were not on the same level as far as popularity. I honestly believe, and people will get mad at me, in the newer audience would not know Ric Flair as well, and he wouldn't get the praise. And it's similar to like Terry Funk and other people that were popular when he was popular. If he had never crossed over and came to WWE in the late 2000s, like if that had never, or the early 2000s, had he not done that and did all the stuff he did with Evolution and stayed on TV so long, I don't think you would have as much argument for him being the greatest of all time. And he, in ring, he's the second greatest of all time, next to Shawn Michaels, in my opinion, as far as getting emotion out of people. But I mean, Hogan got emotion out of people too. His storytelling was good. His moves just weren't good.
Yeah,
like stories.
Hogan could work though. He did it in Japan. They never wanted him to do that here though because he didn't have to.
Like I heard an analogy from Al Snow who said, "Okay, WrestleMania 3, what's the best match?" It was during a seminar. He asked, "What's the best match in WrestleMania 3?" And everybody in the seminar is like, "Oh, Savage and Steamboat." He's like, "No, it's Hogan and Andre, because if Hogan and Andre hadn't been there, nobody would have fucking seen that match."
Yeah.
He's like, and that was what he said at the time. He's like, the wrestling business has more athleticism right now than it's ever had. This was like 10 years ago, you know, but the wrestling business is more on its ass than it's ever been because nobody tells a story anymore. Nobody draws emotion, which we are seeing a little more of that. We're seeing a little more of people like AEW. I think a big drawback there is they're going for the golf clap. They're going for the, you know, they're going for spots that are just going to like get claps. You know what I mean? Like obviously on the last one, Mariah May and Toni Storm, it was bloody. It was fucking brutal, but it had emotion.
Yeah, there's a deep-seated story behind it, and there's an animosity between the two characters that translated into the match, and that's what makes people invest in the fucking product is the story surrounding the match, not the match outward.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's probably the best women's match of all time, and I honestly believe that. Like, it's really good. Anyway, she's facing Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne is a fucking star.
Yep.
Like a super big star. Like she's gonna be a huge star, but I think like we said it last week, they're pushing her too fast. Build that.
It's
a lose-lose situation. Either Megan Bayne loses to Toni Storm, and Toni Storm's I feel like drops. You know what I mean? If she loses clean, she drops down. If Megan Bayne wins, or if Toni Storm wins, Megan Bayne goes down here. Unless Toni Storm wins by some, you know, they need to do that ending right. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation at this point. I feel like they should have pushed that out to All In. But now, obviously, Mercedes Moné is going to be in the fucking women's title picture because that's what they did last night on Collision. She announced that she's going to be in the Owen, which their version of like the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins the Owen gets the female and the male title shot at their big show, which is All In. The fuck else they got? Rated FTR versus the Death Riders. I don't care. I like what they're doing with fucking not Cash Wheeler, the other one. Dax
Harwood.
I like what they're doing with him as far as turning him heel, but can they break that tag team up and have them both be single stars? Because they've done it to people in the past, and especially WWE's done it a lot, where they break people up and then neither one of them do anything.
It's not going to work.
No.
Neither. And I was actually saying this to Draven this morning because he sent me the video clip of Dax and Cash getting into it. And I'm like, that is the death knell for both of them if they split that team up, because neither of them has the juice to stand on their own.
I don't think so. They're both really good. They're great as a tag team
together.
maybe, maybe Cass turns on fucking Adam Copeland at Dynasty, and then they're a heel tag team. And then, because as much as the Hurt Syndicate's supposed to be a heel tag team, people fucking love them. Mm-hmm. So you got money in there within that feud if they're the heels.
Yeah.
But now, like, he comes out and rips up MJF's card for the Hurt. Yep. Did you see Dynamite?
I saw that segment. I didn't see Dynamite. No.
I like that story though. It's good. And Big Bill and
Brian Keith.
Yeah, Brian Keith. They're gonna probably be the tag team title match at Dynasty, which is cool. I would rather see Big Bill with like a partner that better complements him. I like Brian Keith. I liked him better in his old gimmick where he did the cowboy stuff. I thought that was a better fitting gimmick for him, though he has good heel work as the whatever
Bad Apple.
Yeah, it's better heel work. I like the nickname and stuff, and the fact that he just like kind of cuts these like almost stupid ass promos. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like yelling and shit. That's good.
I think Brian Keith and Big Bill, like their work, especially Big Bill, his work is so underrated. What a talent. He was so fucking over with the crowd, and they do absolutely nothing with him.
Give him the fucking babyface singles push. Bring Enzo in as his manager. I mean, Bill can cut a promo on his own.
Yep.
He doesn't need him, but them two together, they just work. They just complement each other. I don't want to see Enzo have a regular working schedule, put him in a match here and there. And he's improved a lot since he left WWE. If you haven't seen Enzo work since WWE, find an Enzo Amore match. And you'll really appreciate how far he's come since he left WWE as an in-ring worker. And he's always been money on the mic. But I don't want to see him in AEW as a wrestler. I want to see him in AEW as a manager.
Yeah, I think Enzo's ring days were limited, and he doesn't need to wrestle to get over. Him as the mouthpiece works exponentially better.
That's how he got his job. He sent promos to Triple H, and Triple H hired him on his promo ability alone. That's how he got his job. And then they brought him in and trained him. It's kind of like DDP. DDP just cut promos, sent him to AWA, and his promos were so good that they hired him, and they were going to hire the fucking tag team that was behind him. And he's like, hey, those guys aren't workers. They're not ready to go. They're not even wrestlers. He's like, I'm ready to go right now. And they brought him in and made him a manager. Like, Enzo kind of went the same route. Obviously DDP had more success than Enzo's ever going to have. And anybody that doesn't think DDP is that big, they didn't really watch WCW. Like, I was not a DDP fan really, but he was good. He was over.
I like
him. Know what I mean? You like him. A lot of people like him.
Page.
I see why people like him. None of us couldn't do this though. In the fucking 90s, none of us couldn't do that.
Yep.
I had to do the bang.
I like, I was always an NWO guy, that, obviously. Which this Wednesday night I gotta get my title back. Trey won the team ratings title from me last Wednesday night at camp. Jared was teaching him moves, so he went to the surfboard and the stomp, and I taught him a corner splash, and he does the Gunther sleeper hold now, which is how he won the title. But he doesn't know I'm going to jackknife powerbomb him Wednesday. So I'm not putting a fucking 10-year-old over. He's not even 10 yet.
Hold on.
But
I'm going to show you. I want to show them one day.
Page, DDP, man, what a good fucking story. Like, that's one thing. And his feud with Raven for the U.S. title and the TV title and shit like that was fantastic. His match with Goldberg that got cut off, and they had to show the whole thing on Nitro the next night. Yeah. I mean, they should have put the world title on him then. He was white hot then. That was 98? That was 98.
I'm sending you something over. Put that up there. I took my grandson out to my stepdaughter's son out to the Shogun, where they have their arena at.
Yeah.
He was out there, got that one of them. And then I had got some videos of him wrestling in the ring. I'm like, if he ever likes wrestling growing up, me and Jared were talking about it. We like, that'd be cool as shit to have yourself,
Oh yeah.
Little videos of yourself in the ring at 2 years old.
God, yeah. I did the short of Trey in the ring with the belt. Fuck, I put that up on YouTube on my channel. It got like over 700 views. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, so look forward to some more shorts and I'm going to start doing some backstage stuff while we're there training too for the
Did you
channel.
see that post I put up on our Awful Wrestling page on Facebook where he's already done more than Karrion Kross?
Yeah. Yes. To be fair, it doesn't take much to accomplish more than Karrion Kross at this point, I don't think. My
wife took that picture and sent it to me, and I'm like, I'm putting that right on my fucking Facebook page.
That's fucking great. But like Karrion Kross, like what the fuck has that guy done? Like what has he done? Like he stands around backstage and talks to people. Like they're paying him.
Fuck.
They're paying him to sit in catering. Yeah, Halloween Havoc 98 was DDP Goldberg.
Hold on.
What did you find?
Somebody just sent this to me. Hold on. Fuck.
Just send it to me on Facebook. Oh God. So speaking of Shogun, we got 2 shows coming up in April. Yours truly, your boy Pete Daddy Dollar, will be behind the commentary desk for the first episode on April 12th. And then I believe I might be doing some managing. I'm not sure yet, though, later on in the night. And I'll be wrestling April 26th.
This is breaking news.
What do you got? Did you send it to me?
Yes, for WrestleMania. I don't know if they're going to put this on the card, but do we really fucking need it?
No. Nothing about this. Oh, God.
The Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys in 2025. They're not going to live up to anything they've done in the past.
This is going to be HBK and Trips versus the Brothers of Destruction. And where was that? Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not going to be good. This is not going to go the way people think. It's not the year 1997 or 98 anymore.
It's not even 2010.
No.
This is fucking. They're all past their prime. Matt doesn't go like he. Jeff is still working. I've never been a Jeff fan, but he's still doing some cool stuff. Matt doesn't move. I was always a Matt Hardy fan over at Jeff, which is the opposite of everybody else. I can't remember the last time I seen Devon wrestle at all. Right. Bubba was okay in that tag match he did with Trick Williams. Mm-hmm. He was decent in there, but I don't think anybody needs this.
No.
He wants this. Instant regret wants it. Oh, I said take me back 25 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you go back 25 years. Absolutely. This is a fucking banger.
Yeah. You need to stop dredging up people that are way past their prime and making them a WrestleMania match.
Well, if we're doing that, can we get the fucking rematch that we deserve for the TV title? Can we get fucking Disco Inferno versus Billy Kidman and put Disco over finally? Jesus Christ. I'll go get my Disco Inferno action figure. I'm probably the only person that has one.
Disco was over, though. He was over as a
fuck yeah, he was, dude. Look, man, I was always an unapologetic Disco fan. I liked it because he took a ridiculous gimmick and he fucking got it over.
You know what I fucking hated, though? Because it was in a short period there in the 90s where Sabu had left ECW and went to WCW, and he's doing his fucking pose, and they're like, and he's wrestling in his like debut match against Disco, and they're like, he's mocking Disco Inferno. Jesus fucking Christ. What's something, guys? No, I think it was Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby the Brain Heenan as a commentator and a manager in WWF at the time. Fucking amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary in WCW. Whose side is he on? What the fuck? Why would you say that?
Yep.
Every time I see that clip come back,
but whose side
is he? Pisses me off.
What?
Why would you say that?
There's no fucking reason. There's no fucking reason at all.
He swore on commentary a bunch of times, and like it's kind of like watching freaking old Jerry Lawler. Like, take your nostalgic get goggles off of the King and Jerry Lawler. The King Jerry Lawler and JR as the best commentary team ever. Go back and just watch 4 or 5 episodes of Raw from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the late 90s. His stuff is cringy as fuck now. It's not good. Yeah. It's annoying. My wife, who was not a wrestling fan at all, watched that, and she's like, that guy's annoying as fuck. I'm like, yeah, this is we loved it back then, I guess. We were fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
But take your nostalgia goggles off as a fucking adult. They're not the best commentary team of all time. Gorilla Monsoon and freaking Jesse Ventura are the best commentary team of all time.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Without question. It's Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse. Those two had a dynamic and synergy.
Fuck you, manliness. We did not. Actually, the brain was good on commentary. Yeah. He was. Even when he was doing it on on Raw, when Raw like it first came out there. When they wouldn't let him in the building at first, and then they fucking finally put him on commentary. Who was that radio host from New York they put on there? Remember that? He was like it was so bad. Like he's on like 4 or 5 episodes of early Raws. He was so bad. And Randy Savage just stopped talking to him. Like at one point, Savage just stopped acknowledging anything he said because it was so bad. I don't know what episodes he's on, but go back and watch him, and it's he's worse than Mike Adamle.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Jeff Harvey.
It was Rob Bartlett.
Yeah, so bad.
Rob Bartlett.
So the final match announced for Dynasty so far is the TNT Championship with 2 people I know you hate, but I'm looking forward to Danny Garcia versus Adam Cole. Obviously, Adam Cole's going to win the title. I hope they do a thing where it's like, remember Uncensored? I think it was Alex Wright versus Arn Anderson, and they took the TV title time limit off, and then Alex Riley. I said Alex Riley. I meant Alex Wright. Alex Wright. That's a guy that fucking they got fired again. Cena got somebody fired.
Alex Riley,
who was on his way to the top. No matter what people say, that guy was good. He was good in the ring. He was good on the mic. He looked good, and Cena got him fired.
Somebody did a video. I think it was Top 10 Wrestling did a video. They were talking, and that Alex Riley thing came up the other day.
Will you stop is what Virgil said to Patterson. To be a ring boy in the 80s.
Mel Phillips was on a first name basis with you, no matter what city you were in.
I would like to see Adam Cole get the physique he had in his early Ring of Honor days, because as much as people say he is skinny fat. Like,
he's fucking he has the body of a fucking, I don't know. Like Britt Baker is bigger than him, and she's a toothpick.
Yes. I mean, I think when he first came back on this run, he was a little more toned, and he's obviously letting himself go again. Like, Adam Cole is a talent. He is. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. Besides his body, he looks good.
God, he looks awful.
Like, he's amazing in the ring, though. Like, that's why Shawn Michaels liked him so much. He probably shouldn't have left WWE, because WWE, they push like the physical fitness on people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think, especially, I mean, they put him in a big title match there at Survivor Series, whatever the fuck year it was, and he excelled in that match. That's somebody that I don't think should have left WWE at all. I think he should have stayed there, and he would have got used a lot better.
Huh.
Except, he obviously got the main event to Wembley or whatever. So like that, I mean, what has he done since?
Yeah. Your wife's watching. She says Adam Cole.
Oh, you want to hear a story? So me and my buddy one time we're talking. Okay. So We're like, do you think he just yells like Adam Cole, baby, when he comes in Britt Baker? When he climaxes, Adam Cole, baby. So like right after that, fucking me and my wife were getting intimate, and I had finished, and I was like, Adam Cole, baby. And then it got to the point where like I would send people Snapchats with like little fucking things of Adam Cole doing that. Like,
oh God.
And I'd play his theme song like afterwards of like my after sex thing. Oh yeah. She's probably mad now that she's hearing this.
She just tuned out. She just tuned out. Well, she married you. She knew what she was in for.
So I have in my my bedroom, it says the sex room that's hidden behind my door. My stepdaughter actually seen it one day, and she's like, "Is that the sign he told me never to look at?" Yeah. So anyway, I got this like pack of stickers that had like a bunch of like wrestling stickers, and it had a fucking baby. So I stuck it to it.
Of course you did.
Sometimes I'll yell Adam Cole, baby, when I come. Don't tell Adam Cole. Be weird. I mean, it's weird either way.
only slightly awkward. Only slightly. Oh my God. What is so that Mercedes Moné doesn't have a match at Dynasty?
Fuck. I haven't seen one on here.
Wait.
Are they going to start the O in there? I don't know. Who's
know.
she feuding with now? She's feuding with Billy Starks? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Oh, no. Athena just came back.
Yeah.
So it's going to probably be Athena and Mercedes.
I swear. Okay. If they ruin Athena, I swear to God, dude, this is the problem is they're already undervalued. Like, and I hear all these idiots, Billy Starks isn't that Billy Starks? That is a fucking prodigy right there.
Billy Starks. I like Billy Starks.
I do too. She
really
fucking exposed. They put her in that match with Jade Cargill. They had that exposed Jade that it was like, oh shit, she can't work. I think her stuff looks better now. But Billy is somebody that needs to be built up. They should have put the Ring of Honor women's title on her, the TV title at least on her. Because I don't even know who has. There's a women's TV title over there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's not a women's. Yeah, the TBS title. Yeah, that's what.
But no. In Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I think Billy Starks was there, right? Yeah, she was. I don't know who the champion is now.
Did she?
Billy
have
Starks
that?
She was the first one, I believe.
Okay. But I'm like, they need to build.
I hope I'm right, or somebody's going to eat me alive.
She should be the next like Ring of Honor women's champion. You know, not fucking Mercedes Moan. I mean,
she's going to get the world title, obviously. At All In, she'll win the world title. It's going to happen. Then she's going to be 5 belts, Monet.
What are you going to do? Like, okay, if you're Tony Khan right now, you're going to put the belt on Megan Bayne, and then you're going to have Mercedes Moné physically dominate Megan Bayne in a match. Like she did. Like, I'm not a big Statlander fan. I like her.
Statlander.
I like Stat.
I hated her at first. I love her more now than I used to.
But her getting just destroyed by Mercedes Moné was fucking ridiculous. And there is no ability to suspend disbelief that Mercedes Moné could ever beat Megan Bayne in a fight. That's as unbelievable as Hook and Big Bill right there.
I fucking hate Hook. It's the worst Nepo baby in all of pro wrestling. Like his, and it's not just that he's bad in the ring. It's not that he's bad in the mic. His gimmick fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like his gimmick if you put him in there with like, say, Adam Cole or fucking Daniel Garcia or people that are his own size, and he was tearing up and supposed to be this badass like judo guy and stuff like that. Okay. You're putting him in there against fucking Brian Cage and having him fucking tap out.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that in a real fight. You get all the fucking judo in the world. Brian Cage may be a little shorter, but he will choke the fucking life out of Hook in a real fight. Big Bill, Big Bill should have never tapped out. He should have just, I don't even care. I would say I wouldn't give a fuck about my job. I'm not doing it.
No, he could have just gave him the old, that ain't going to work for me, brother.
Yeah. So that's what we have for Dynasty. What else happened on fucking Collision. Oh, so Collision, they're putting more emphasis on the women's title or the women's division, like Billy Starks and Jamie Hayter, I think was the main event. I think Jamie Hayter went over. Jamie Hayter's undervalued. Like she had a really good world title run. And people keep calling her fucking Timu Becky Lynch. She dyed her fucking hair red. More than just her is allowed to have red hair. Gigi Dolan has red hair. Freaking not Lash Legend. What's the other one in that team? In metaphor.
I don't know.
I can't think of her.
I was thinking of Alba Fire, but I'm like, no, Isla Dawn, but they let the wrong one.
I liked Isla Dawn a lot.
I did too. Not only is she a smoke show, but
the shorts with the fishnets, and it was working. And she could work. Let's just not be perverts about it. But like we said, sex sells, money sells. You know what I mean?
Her last Instagram post, I was like, Jesus. She was like in a dress too. Like, I mean, she just looked good. You know, I think where do you think she'll go next? You think she's just gonna go back to like Rev Pro or something like that?
Maybe TNA, or I could see AEW picking her up at some point. They like to hire people, but I mean, they got a lot of good women on there. Like Queen Aminata is like undervalued. Like really, she's everything Jade Cargill should have been.
That's so funny too. That like my boy Loudy, she used to work with him at a Foot Locker around Cincinnati, and she was because he was training at the time to get into the business. And she was like a huge, I guess, Stone Cold fan, and because he's an Austin fan, they were talking about that, and he's the one that steered her towards like where to go for training and shit like that. Like, and then she obviously the rest is fucking history. It's pretty rad. He goes, man. He goes, I used to work with her. He goes, she was really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, I think she's
very talented.
So you got Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart's over. As far as, you know, a TBS contender, she's kind of small, but I could still see her as the world champion.
She's not that good in the ring, though.
But she just has the facials.
She does. She's
stuff like people aren't good at it, and some people aren't that great in the ring that have made it very far in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Ben, you know, I mean, let's be honest. Like, besides his fucking DDT and his punches, which people shit on all the time, The Rock is not that great of a wrestler. Like, The Rock is a good storyteller, but he's not that great in the ring. But The Rock has made it further than anybody has ever made it as far as superstardom goes. He's the most famous wrestler of all time next to Hulk Hogan. Like, when you talk about the Mount Rushmore, and everybody always likes to argue like the Mount Rushmore, I mean, it's John Cena, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's The Rock, it's Hulk Hogan. There is no argument against it. You can say whatever you fucking want to say. That's the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. The Mount Rushmore is not the best presidents of all time. It's the most famous, presidents of all time. It's the ones that did like big stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because some of the shit those presidents did were like not the greatest. Like, but that they're the Mount Rushmore because people will always remember them. As presidents. Yeah. And that's kind of where, I don't know, their popularity, I think, is where they are. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Because there's been better presidents than even before that.
Yep. And I don't know, like, it's so subjective, but on one respect, but on the other, there's just certain ones that are undeniable, and you can't rewrite history and say that like Hogan doesn't belong there just because you're butthurt about something that he said or whatever. Like, look, dude, I'm not excusing any of the vitriolic garbage that comes out of the guy's mouth or ever has, but in terms of contributions to the wrestling business, it's undeniable.
If you want to like put like people like Ric Flair or Shawn Michaels in your stuff or whatever, that's fine. But call it the Mount Rushmore of in-ring wrestlers. You know, Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? That's the Mount Rushmore of in-ring wrestlers. The Undertaker. Mount Rushmore of wrestling gimmicks. You know what I mean? The Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling is undeniable as them. I mean, you could maybe swap somebody out for Bruno because Bruno was big in his time, or swap somebody out for Roman because Roman's really big. He's like the biggest star in this time. Yeah. You know what I mean? But as far as of all time goes, you can't include these people that your grandma can't name. You know what I mean? That non-wrestling fans can't name. You know what I mean? My mom doesn't watch wrestling at all. The only wrestling my mom's ever watched was me. Like my mom does not. If I wasn't in the match, my mom didn't fucking watch wrestling ever. But she damn sure knows who Hulk Hogan is. She damn sure knows who The Rock is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God,
so
yeah.
That's how I look at the Mount Rushmore wrestling, is how big of stardom. You know what I mean?
God damn it, Tony.
Oh no, Jesus.
Roman should be on the outhouse door of Mount Rushmore, not on the mountain.
Roman's done some cool stuff though. Like his promo work as the tribal chief is really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, like he does his moves. He does like Hogan and everything else, but it looks good.
Yep.
His matches always have stories. You're always invested in his matches. You know, like people are good. That's why it's a main event, because people are going to be invested in CM Punk and Seth Rollins and, you know, Roman Reigns, because that's going to be a storytelling match. It's not going to be a bunch of crazy high spots. It's going to be an actual great wrestling match that people care about and are going to remember. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. Behind it. Yep. Then that, again, it all comes back to storytelling.
Like I said before, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if you can't support the match with a good build, then that match nobody's gonna remember the match unless you put on a fucking 5-star banger. And that doesn't mean go out and do 80 backflips and 75 fucking falsies.
Yeah.
That means take the story you're telling outside of the ring, translate it into the ring, and use that medium to convey the outcome of that story to the audience. That's what people are going to remember. They're going to remember the build-up and the denouement.
Yeah.
The match is irrelevant.
See, I'm not going to name drop because like other people do, but I was in the car one time alone, and you probably know who it is, alone with a former world champion. Okay. And he said, you know, it took him a long time to get over, and he was never considered a great fucking worker by any means, but he was a world champion. And he said, nobody remembers the shit that happens bell to bell. Everybody remembers the story. Everybody remembers the finish. They don't remember any other fucking spot you did. And he's shitting all over. I was in like a 6-way match on the show. And he's like, that match was horrible. I'm like, I was in that match. He's like, wait, were you the first guy out? Yeah, I was the first guy out of it. He's like, everything after you left the match was fucking terrible. And I'm sure he was just like building up my ego, but he's like, you did basic stuff to, you know, in the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't all basic stuff, but he's like, they just went off the rails and just did a bunch of fucking high spots that made no sense. There was no storytelling to it and whatever, you know.
Well,
I hated that analogy because there was another worker in there, like Steve Amani. He was in that match. I really like his work, but
yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen the whole match. But I remember that he shit on it because of that. Like he said there was nothing but high spots, and he says none of it made sense, and nobody cares a fuck.
No, nobody gives a fuck about your ability to do a 450 to the outside. It doesn't matter, because what does that mean? What does that do for the match overall? Really nothing, unless it's the finish.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just doing stupid shit like that in the middle of a match, then what are you even doing? You're not telling a fucking story. You're getting yourself over. You're not getting the match over. You're not getting the story over.
Yeah.
No, man, I get it, because I do basic shit, but my thing is, it's my interactions with the crowd. Like, can I do bigger spots than I did? Absolutely. Will I?
Yeah.
No, not unless it makes fucking sense for me to do it.
Yeah.
If it makes sense in terms of like getting a story over, yeah, man, I'll lay it out there a little bit more. But like working that 8-man, the 4-on-4 elimination match, dude, I jaw jack with the fucking crowd. I use the figure 4, a camel clutch, crossface fucking stomps and shit like that. I don't, a couple clotheslines, some punches, some forearms. I don't need to do a whole lot to get my shit over in terms of like how the match is going to go and my character is a fucking heel. Like, I don't need to, because I'm talking to the crowd the whole fucking time and telling them, you're gonna fucking hate
be
me.
Involved in it. Like, goes back to like matches I had where like, I remember, I look at a little girl in the crowd, and I do a move and I say, this is your fault. I'm the heel. This is you. And like this little girl starts like welling up and her mom's like, he's just a character. It's not your fault, honey. I'm like, it is your fault. Your mom's liar,
Yep.
And she's balling. But I took emotion out of her, and people can get mad at that all they want. You know what I mean? And I didn't go out there and apologize to her afterwards. I didn't do the whole fucking Triple H stop in the middle of the match to fucking hug a little kid.
No.
Fuck that. You're the fucking heel. I don't like me and you hardly ever went out during intermission. And when we did, we were in character.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If people wanted a picture with us, we didn't break character. We didn't try to talk to them. We didn't try to be their fucking friends. We were Pete Daddy Dollar and James Dillinger.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, I go back to that match where, like with the gimmicks, I go back to the match where we had that 6-way. I got eliminated. At the time I was crazy, Mm-hmm. I used that match and the outcome and everything to change into the character James Dillinger, which actually better fit me, I think. And I got that over, and I did the Mafia character, but then I was able to just change it because I had a regular name.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I'm like fucking some street thug in a fucking, a basketball jersey with a grill in my mouth. And, I could do it. I mean, it got over in other places, but I felt like it wasn't, they were booking me as a baby face there. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel like it was getting over as a baby face. So I switched my gimmick and I did a heel. Like, cause when I worked other places in that gimmick as a heel, like when I was over in UWE and they ran those shows, as much as the promoter tried to bury me, I still got reactions. And he didn't bury me, but I felt like the least important member of a stable at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I got to wrestle with like, like King Kong Bundy and stuff like that. And I mean, I got like wins and stuff here and there. I got the tag titles and stuff like that, but I felt like the least important person in that story. So I don't feel like that character, I don't feel like when I think back at my best matches, besides my match with Gary in that character, I can't think of another match that I really like a lot in that character. I can think of a lot of matches James Dillinger I like.
Yeah. See, I've been working the same gimmick since 2009. I have the only time I ever worked under another name was when we worked the MCW St. Helens show, and I was Severian Kardashian.
That wasn't MCW. That was
who was that? What was it?
UCW.
UCW. It was UCW.
Brian Mayday's show.
Yeah, Mayday's shit. Yeah. That was the only time I've ever worked another gimmick. Since 2009. It's always, but I worked this as a face, and then it kind of went to like a tweener, and then the full-on shift in heel was 2016 when I came to that place that we shall not mention its name. And
I see our stuff there was money because like
absolutely
I came in and I was not really doing the Mafia character when I first came in. They wanted me to feud with these other guys that were doing this like military gimmick, and they were doing their whole like I can't remember how to explain it. They were doing their military gimmick. I was teaming with Mikey Budnick again, who we had some fun teaming together, actually, like the Cyber Mafia or whatever the fuck we call ourselves.
I remember that.
I like that. But I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, we come in there and they were doing like this military gimmick of disgruntled veterans and stuff like that. And so I come in as like the veteran that's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to be the heroic veteran. And then they wanted me to turn on Budnick and join them. And for one show, I joined them. And I'm like, we all just were like, this is dumb when we split away from it. And that's when I started doing the Donald Trump gimmick. I'm like, fucking half the fucking world hates Donald Trump and the other half likes him. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to make pro wrestling great again or whatever. So I come out there and like, I have a podium and I'm just cutting these fucking terrible. I would just watch the news and like shit on everything, and then like kind of turned it into a wrestling promo, and it got reactions. And I was doing that all the way up until you came in, and then I was kind of doing it until we did the match with John where he wins. Like we were both going for the president of IWE before what's his name came in because he was hurt. So he won the match, obviously. So I had to take it another direction after that. And that's when, I started getting the light up glasses. And then we did the not my president thing because that was big at the time. So
that was 2016. That was November 2016. We did the whole protest in the ring.
And that's when the megaphone came in. All you guys come out holding the signs because like the team ratings thing had been going on because they wanted to put me with like Mark and Rick.
And we started that in July.
Yeah. Well, we had started it probably.
You'd run the team ratings before I started.
We were doing it when we were. Yeah, when we were still wrestling at the TV studio out in
Mount Pleasant.
Like it just we were a team, but we weren't really a team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you just took three guys with random fucking different gimmicks and said their team ratings. And Ricky Cartier is like John tries to take credit. Ricky Cartier came up with the name for that group. He's like, I want to put you three together, but I don't know what to call you. Blah blah blah. And Ricky's like, team ratings. You got this TV show syndicated everywhere. We're team ratings now.
Dude, and that was it right there. When I came in, remember, I'm like, no, we're all gonna sit together. I was like, let's all fucking sit together. I'm like, we're a group because Brandon was out, and they're like, you're gonna be the mouthpiece. I'm like, oh, because I started in July of 2016, and I came out. It was in Houghton Lake. Cut the fucking promo. I remember because you didn't win that night, but you and me put John through the fucking table.
Yeah, because I was like scheduled to win that match, like on the top in the back for the lineup. I was scheduled to go over. I'm like, that's a fucking. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I'm like, I would rather us lose and then beat the shit out of you.
Yep.
And then we go on to the next one. And I remember like Dennis tried to steal a table spot. I'm like, the last show we put John through a table. I'm like, so this show, John has to put me through a table. Like, that might even have been the match for the presidency. I don't fucking remember. I don't know. But I was so mad because they're like, you guys got to take that table spot out because Dennis, who's the other promoter, wants to do the fucking table. I mean, that's the important part. He puts me through the table and pins me. He gets revenge. And that's the payoff to the fucking story. You know what I mean? And I don't know, a lot of shit. But either way, we went out. That's when I got the megaphone.
Yep.
We started doing, I got the light up glasses. We started ripping off the NWO. And then we kind of transitioned into ripping off the Four Horsemen a little bit. You know, we all showed up in suits. And
oh, yeah. Remember that when we got out of I had that brand new Yukon. We all jumped out of the Yukon and we beat the fuck out of Cody Leedy. Like that. Yeah, all pulled out with baseball bats and suits, just beating the shit out of them.
That was fun.
We were joking around about that at the last show. Me and Rick were backstage having a beer, and we did the Too Sweet, and Braun looks at, he goes, you fuck. I said, hey, I reached in my bag, I pulled the team rating shirt out. I said, dog, we're gonna do a reunion one day. I said, and he goes, I will fucking quit if you assholes start, because I wore the team ratings, the whole gear. The first match I worked there in January, I came out with the hockey. I had the bandana and the face mask on under my hockey mask because it's the only time I've ever wore that mask I made. Because I was still going to do I was going to switch and do Etep with Kuian, and I was a YouTuber and do the horror gimmick. And I came out and I'm like, I can't fucking do this. I can't. I'm like, call me. I told Jared, it was like a minute before the match. I'm like, call me Pete Daddy Dollar. I'm like, but I bill myself now. It's because I was originally billed from Manhattan. I'm now from Camp Crystal Lake, New Jersey, by way of Manhattan, but everything else is, I'm still the human stimulus package. That's still the fucking same. I'm like, no, I'm not going to, I'm stopping wearing the pleathers this month. I'm going to wrestle in dress pants. My singlet and black dress pants and my boots and all my other gear until I still wear the leather jacket to the ring. Until in the face mask and the bandana, which JJ shoved down his trunks last show, cocksucker. But that's even sad. I said, we're going to take JJ, me, James going to be back. He's a manager. It'll be me and Rick and JJ. We'll get everybody back together, get the band back together. Braun was like, I fucking hate you so much. I fucking hate you. I was going to have a team ratings area in the locker room again.
Yeah. I think that we got to cap off the show because the third shift supervisor took a vacation day and I have to fucking go in and work. And it sucks because I'm salary. So now I only get paid straight time, which is honestly more than a lot of the other people who work on fucking, it's more than some of the people work on double time. It's more than some of the people work on time and a half. So I can't complain too much, but I got anything I work over 45 hours in a week, I get paid fucking straight time on. So it's 8 hours of fucking straight time, whatever. I really don't want to go in there. I'm going to be fucking annoyed. I'm going to get fired for saying this. I love my job. Actually, I actually like my job on a day-to-day basis. I don't like having to go in on a fucking Sunday.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to go in on a Sunday either. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. We have 52 people watching right now. Thank you so much for watching on X. And if you guys want to check us out, we're on Twitch. I will post all the links in the description to every video now for all the places where you can find us. Thank you for joining the Awful Wrestling Podcast for the awful week that was episode 11. For James Dillinger, I'm Pete Daddy Dollar, one half of the world's greatest fucking tag team, and there ain't a goddamn thing that anybody can do about it. If we don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it is always better to burn out.
I will see you next Sunday.